you all in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We once again thank God Almighty for allowing us to be in His presence this morning. The word of wisdom for today is something that I have to explain first to understand, but there's a very deep meaning behind this word. So the word of wisdom for today is raincoat. The word of wisdom for today is raincoat. In life, in society, relationships are a raincoat during the storms of life. When friends or family are going through storms, going through trials or tribulations, you help each other. That's what a family does. People committed to one another protect each other from their individual storms. Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, "Two are better off than one. If one of them falls down, the other can help him up. But if someone is alone and falls, it's just too bad because there is no one to help him." Life brings all kinds of storms when you need to protect your loved ones, right? When you need to shield them, when you need to take care of them, nurture them, console them during that difficult time. Sometimes life brings storms of change. At other times, the storm of harmful ideas. But the most painful storm of all that affects all of us at some level, on some level, is rejection. When your friend, your children, or your spouse feels rejected, you and the others close to them need to rally around them and be there as a raincoat in the storm. I'm just going to briefly share a quick story to help, bring this point across. So let's say there is a high school girl, okay? She's a daughter, and she is currently trying to get into the varsity cheerleading team, okay? So she tries her hardest. She conditions in the summer. She goes on a diet. She makes herself stronger. And she goes tryout after tryout, trying to get on the team. Eventually, tryouts end, and the coach picks the positions for the team. And at the end of the entire storm, or tribulation, I suppose, she ended up being rejected, and she wasn't chosen for the team. This high school girl, all she ever wanted was to be on this team, and because of that, she worked her hardest to make it there. And once she found out that she didn't make it, she went home, ran into her room, and sat on the floor and just started crying. Now, her entire family can hear the crying, right? They can hear the crying, hear her sorrow from different rooms in the house. Eventually, different members of the family, start coming into the room to console her. Now, I want you to notice something. When the family comes to console the daughter, they didn't give her any advice because she didn't need any advice because she was mourning. They didn't say, "Don't worry, it's not a big deal. Life's harder than that. Man up, suck it up." They didn't say that because that wouldn't be an insensitive thing to say. Instead, the family, the brothers, the sisters, the father, the mother, they came into that room, and all they did was sit there with her, crying with her for 30 minutes. Didn't say a word, didn't pressure her, didn't antagonize her. All they did was mourn and cry with her. That family will never forget of that incident. Why? Because at that point, that family was being a raincoat for her. As a family, whether it's your family, whether it's a church family, we are to protect one another. We are to help one another in our times of struggle, in our times of pain. And when someone gets hurt in your church family, or when someone gets hurt in your own family, you don't demean them. You don't try to talk them out of it. You don't pressure them. You don't instill fear in them. You just weep with them. You stay there with them. You are present in their suffering, and that itself brings more healing. Whether it's biological, whether it's adoptive, whether it's spiritual, families protect each other from the storm. And as a part of a family, whether it's your own family or a church family, you are to be a raincoat for your loved ones. Be there for them. Don't disregard them. Don't ignore their pain. Don't ignore their cries of help. But be there. Don't antagonize them. Don't say, life is hard. You should just deal with it on your own. Or, you're overreacting. That's one thing a lot of people like to say. But instead, just be there. Comfort them. Allow them to go through. Allow them to process their own pain. And then because of you being there, they will grow stronger from that incident. So families, biological, adoptive, and spiritual, be a raincoat for your loved ones this morning. And with that, may God bless His word.